funeral cover and repatriation services to the Zimbabweans in the diaspora as well as their families back home. Get a Sawira International plan today.
Hello Zimbabwe, welcome to In Touch with a Legend, your favorite footballing show where we bring you a Zimbabwe footballing legend to share with us his footballing journey. My name is Alex Minjera, and as a group of powering this show. Today we've got a very popular legend in the house. He hails from Bulawayo, right here. We are here in Bulawayo actually, so we caught up with him, but he later also played his football in Harare, and he's here to tell us about all that and his life journey. We've got Godfrey Paradza in the house. They called him Skeva. Look good.
Hi.
Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
Interesting.
Yes,
well, let's start. Skeva.
Okay.
Where does Skeva come from?
Oh.
What is Skeva?
It's quite a funny thing. It's a name that came by at school.
Yeah.
There's this wonky player by the name Skeva.
Oh, yeah.
And it just happened that he became one of the my favorite players.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Just by the name. I never had that name.
Yeah.
And I used to say, did you see Skeva? Did you see how he performed? Did you read the paper? The goals and stuff. And that name stuck.
Wow.
From secondary school at Sobogazi. And I was surprised when I grew up, a lot of guys remembered that name. And
it's just, it flew to Harare.
Exactly, it flew to Harare. And,
yeah.
My family was like, this name, Skeva, everyone is calling you Skeva. Yeah. Now, I used to smoke. Yeah. And a lot of people thought maybe it was Skevas and stuff. But no, it was this player from Wanki. I enjoyed his play, and the name was funny to me. I had never heard it. And, boys growing up, it was like mimicking stuff, and that name held on and up to today.
Up to today.
Yes.
And you still Skeva.
Exactly.
It's interestingly, that's almost similar to how I got nicknamed Gaza. I loved Paul Gascoigne. And I was all over about Paul Gascoigne. I watching him. I started writing even my boots.
Gaza.
Then it stuck.
Oh, yes.
Anyway,
it
didn't stuck. Anyway, guys, we are here listening to Godfrey Paradza telling us about his life story. Now that you know, because a lot of people, you guys have been asking, here we go. We got Skeva. In the house. But we want to start from the beginning. Where were you born and how you grew up and how you started playing football?
Okay, I was born at Impilo in 1965, and
almost everybody in Bulawayo was born in Impilo.
Yeah, that was the big hospital then. And I grew up in Makokoba, and like any other youngster,
the popular suburb.
Yeah. So we grew up with the likes of Netsai Moyo, Akai Moyo, Matinda Ndlovu. And we used to play, we used to have my youth clubs, Tabitho Youth Center, MYC, which is Mziligazi Youth Center. We had one of the most popular grounds here in Bulawayo, 11th Street.
Yeah.
It was just like here.
11th Street?
11th Street. Makokoba has got 11 streets.
Okay, yeah.
It's from 1st Street to 11th Street, and from 1st Avenue to 11th Avenue. Okay. So this ground is located at 11th Street.
At the end?
That's the end, yes. That's between Mziligazi and Makokoba.
Oh, okay.
So we used to share the ground with Mziligazi guys. So it was
well looked after.
Well looked after. Bulawayo used to have these nice fields, We also had Burombo Stadium, Nguboyenja Stadium, Sochangane Stadium, all well kept. They used to be good
Nice
ground,
grass, yeah.
nice grass there, and we enjoyed football at a tender age, and there was a lot of competition. So growing up there, it was the norm. You had to play football. It was a footballing community, you know.
Yeah.
So a lot of challenges there, a challenge match between this street and that street, you know. And at the end of the day, we had people with passion, soccer passion. Now they used to group us and play these games on a daily basis. You know, straight from school, you just take off your uniform without even having lunch and stuff.
Go back
Boom,
to the
you're
street
gone.
to be playing football.
And you know, naturally, our parents, especially the mothers, were not happy about that. And we made sure that she doesn't know we're playing football. But at the end of the day, our parents, I would say our parents, because it was the in thing with the parents.
Community, yes.
Everybody. Stuff, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why, man. I don't know why they just thought border and in the room.
Exactly.
What? I don't know where they came
but
from.
At the end of the day, they gave in. But my mother would never allow us to go swimming. And up to today, I'm scared of water, you know.
Same here. I can't swim. I can't swim from here, from this corner to that corner.
Oh, yes.
I can't.
I can go into the swimming pool. I can.
And play in there.
Yeah, but you know, it wasn't like, you know.
If disaster strikes, you are gone.
Yeah, you're gone. Now, Papa Field's swimming pool would go there, make sure Mom doesn't know we were there.
Yeah.
But they always found out, you know. The eyes,
yeah,
you know, they're red.
They're red in the
water.
water.
So you were at the swimming pool.
Yeah.
No, I was with myself there, full of dust, you know, but coming in from the water, but you have dust because it was deliberate, not place dust in our feet, but the eyes would sell us out, you know. So at the end, we gave up on that and concentrated on soccer. And truly speaking, the parents became supportive because of these old men there. There's one guy called Mafoti, Ndara Mafotis. He used to own taxis, and that's where I started playing serious junior football. You know, he was our coach. And when I started doing coaching, I was like, oh, I know this double-headed, the back heel and stuff. He used to teach you those things, you know, at a very tender age. He was never one to make us play a full match, a full pitch, like 11 aside. You know, he used to have this. But when we grew up, we didn't understand it because we're coming from our own
with your own mind. You want to play.
This is how
you want to play 11 versus 11.
They want to play
I get that with my boys, my little boys at the academy. We are playing this small field. They always come, coach. When are we going to play the full pitch?
Yes. So you know, at the end, he taught us quite a lot of things, and unfortunately, he passed on, and that's when I moved to a team called YCC, that's a Youth Contact Center. That's where we met Madinda Ndlovu, Netsai Moyo. You know why? Because they're very nice kids. And it was a very good junior development policy that they had there. You know, there was a school there, and this Hillary guy would help us. Say you've got a problem at school, he'll take you in, assist you, then take you to training. He made us good people. He made us better people from a tender age. Now, from there, I moved on to Zimbabwe Saints.
You moved to Zimbabwe Saints from that side?
From YCC. That's
how old were you at that time?
Youth Contact Center. I was 14.
So how did you? Who picked you out? Did you decide that I didn't go to Zimbabwe Saints?
Zimbabwe Saints then was the in thing.
Okay.
It was the in thing, and you know, Zimbabwe Saints.
Not Highlanders.
Not Highlanders yet.
Is it?
The Zimbabwe Saints was the in thing because they used to promote youngsters,
young players. Yeah.
Yes. So you had a better chance of playing in the first team at a tender age. When you play for Zimbabwe Saints, right? I went to Zimbabwe Saints under 14. I played there up to under 16.
Who did you play with? Some of the guys you played with the Saints?
Late Shekinyati, Apisha Mkadza, Lovejoy Mkadza, Peter Piri, remember? Black Mamas.
Yeah, yeah.
John Sbanda was in under 12 then. We had Shadrack Mkaratirwa, we had Peter Kaviza. You know, we had Josephat Umbasha.
Oh, yeah, I know
Umbasha,
Josephat
that's Majambi.
Yeah.
It was quite a good side.
Quite interesting,
and,
good side, yeah.
You know, versus Highlanders, I tell you, it was something else. The rivalry.
It was rivalry already at the junior level.
Yes.
Yeah.
We played Highlanders sometime at 11th Street, the popular 11th Street ground.
Oh, yeah.
We beat them 3-1, and you know, there was a fight there.
Who was playing for Highlanders?
We were playing Matindas, Samangube.
Oh, from that youth center, when you went to Saints, they went to Highlanders.
They went to Highlanders, yes. Now, it was, you know, a game never to miss.
Yeah.
Whether you're a player or you're a fan.
Or you just want to watch.
Street used to fill up, and the whole community would come and watch the game. And
the juniors?
The juniors, yes. So we beat Highlanders the 3-1, and the fight broke out. You know, there's a stream just after the ground.
Yes,
there.
I know.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you go, when you cross the stream, you're going to Mziligazi.
To Mziligazi, yeah.
So we had to dash for our lives. We crossed the stream. Even then, I was staying in Makokoba, but there was no way I was going to run to Makokoba.
Yeah.
I crossed the stream, went to Mziligazi, because Mziligazi was like the home of Zimbabwe Saints.
Oh, okay.
So we went there. The Makokoba guys couldn't.
Oh, yeah. Makokoba was Highlanders.
That was Highlanders, you know. So we crossed the stream. We had to change into our clothes.
What caused the fight?
Why do you beat us? You know, we cannot lose to Zimbabwe Saints. You know, it was funny, but it was very rare to have such at that level of football. But that rivalry that existed between the senior teams cascaded back down to the juniors. Yes, but it was nice. It was games to watch, and you know, if one was left out, I remember you could see this player crying, because this is where you made your name, you know. And such was life then, and until some time, I had a fallout with the coach. He never used to like me dribbling as a defender, but it came in naturally, you know.
Yeah, you were very skillful.
Yeah, so he says, no, I've told you not to do that. And I realized later on that this is how they taught us, you know. And remember then they were not certified coaches.
Yes.
They had this passion.
Yes, they finished playing, passion. Or you just grew up with that passion.
But they could identify talent. And the funny part is, I just said to him, I'm leaving Zimbabwe Saints. He says,
how old were you that? And at which age group?
I was still 16.
16, yeah.
I was still 16. Then I said, I'm leaving Zimbabwe Saints. He says, are you crazy?
Yeah.
Where are you going to? I said, I'm going to Highlanders.
Wow.
He thought I was joking. And still in my boots, I just carried my bag.
Yeah, but there were no registrations.
Yes.
Then,
Crossed the tar, went to BF. Papa Field Stadium, ground 3, that's where the junior teams were. In fact, the whole setup, Highlanders used to train in that pitch, on that pitch. Ground 3. I went there and sat outside. Ali Baba had seen me walking in. Then when went there and sat there, he spent about 5 minutes on the ground, but he was walking towards me.
Yeah, he was coaching, but he was making a move.
Towards me. He said, aren't you at training? I said, no, I was at training, but now I want to play here. He says, are you serious? I said, yeah, I'm serious. You know what happened? He just stopped the game, because they were playing 11 versus 11. He stopped the game, removed one player, and put me there. Then I was playing centre half, and I partnered Willard. So we had this,
I heard Willard. I heard Willard was a centre back growing up.
So we had this understanding with Willard, and he could never beat us. I was very fast. Willard was a bit slow. He used to have this big body, but very skillful player. So, you know, that's how it started. Joined Highlanders, since people couldn't believe it. Came home, tried to convince my parents that I should come back, but I was adamant. I wanted to play for Highlanders.
Yeah.
I never believed in this tribal thing and stuff. And my friends, the Netsais, the Madindas and stuff, were playing for Highlanders.
You were from Makokoba anyway.
Yes. We used to play at 11 o'clock. And it so happened that we would have supporters flocking in before the first team, to watch us.
Just to watch the Liverpool team.
The Liverpool team.
Yeah.
You know,
it was what, under 18 at that time?
Under 16.
Under 16?
Under
Oh,
16.
it started under 16?
Under 16, yes.
Yeah.
So, why Liverpool? Liverpool was the dominant team then, you know.
Yeah.
And you know, it had one Zimbabwean in Bruce Grobler.
As well.
It was naturally you would support Liverpool.
Yeah.
And I'm still supporting Liverpool up to today.
Yeah, a lot of Zimbabweans supported Liverpool.
So that's how the name came by. We were never beaten, and we would hammer teams for sure. Would hammer teams for sure. And you know, Alibaba, we used to say, this week it's who is going forward, who's going to overlap. This week Willard is going to overlap.
Yeah, this one
until a time Alibaba discovered that Willard's recovery was a bit slow. At the end of the day, we outnumbered at the back. He ended up saying, Willard, no more, you're no longer going to go forward. Yeah, you know, and we had a fallout. The coach is favoring you, blah, blah, blah. I said, but no, it's not my take.
It was tactical.
Oh, yes. Yeah. And we used to score. We used to score. Our defenders used to score. Netsai, same, myself, Willard, and we used to contribute. Then came a time in the Castle Cup final, we met Mangura.
Yeah.
That was in 1981. You know, by half time, we were 2 goals down.
Oh.
There was
the
Trufaro Stadium, yeah. We curtain raised Highlanders versus Caps Castle Cup.
Okay,
So we 2 goals down, and half time, Alibaba had no words. It had never happened. We were never led by any side, any time. So Alibaba couldn't say anything. Fortunately enough, we had Cosmas Zulu. He had just left playing football and was seconded to the juniors to come and assist. Yeah. Now he came in and gave his advice, and the thing was, you guys, you've never lost and you will never lose this game. Go back there, give it your all, and by end of the day, I know you're going to win. And
do you still remember who was playing for Mangura at that time?
There was this guy by the name Jabezi.
Yeah.
And, you know, I went on, I even tried to ask Benjamin Zulu when I was playing with Benjamin.
Yes, now,
but Benjamin,
where's this guy?
But Benjamin Zulu was a youngster. He never
he
even
didn't
but
know.
he only said, I remember Jabez. He gave me the name, but that guy never featured. First team.
It's amazing. There are a lot of those players.
That guy was good. He gave our right back a torrid time.
Yeah.
Until Netsai started crying. Netsai was our captain. Super started crying, and he said, let's swap positions. They swapped positions. Netsai came to the right back, and Sam went to the left back. Yeah. What happened? Netsai was roasted.
Ish.
Now, what we did now at the end, me and Willard, we said, Lapa, what we are going to do is give cover to. Because if we hadn't done that, it was going to be a massacre first half. And I don't think we would have come back then. Now, we managed to contain this guy until half time. And then half time, like I said, Cosmas Zulu came in, and wow, we beat Mangura 4-2.
Wow.
We beat Mangura 4-2, and there's one bullet of a header by, that one is the one that I still remember. I think that was the 3rd goal, you know, and the whole of Rufaro erupted.
Yeah.
These youngsters.
And you know that people used to come for that under 16 final.
Exactly.
By 11 o'clock, people are
full,
already in. Yes, they used to come for that final.
Yes.
It was one of the main attractions because people loved to watch those finals.
So we won 4-2, and what a match it was. And from there on, we were asked to play at 1:15. Like I said, 11 o'clock, the stadium would fill up just to come and watch the Liverpool youngsters.
Now they decided
no. The reserve side would play at 11. and we played at
Liverpool.
1:15. we became the main
the main curtain raiser.
Main curtain raisers.
Hey,
Now,
let's just take a little break. Then
All
when
right.
we come back, I wanna get to know now what happened from the Liverpool days,
Okay.
and to get to the first team.
Okay.
Guys, this is Godfrey Paradza, Skeva. If you are just joining us, we are talking to Skeva. He has already told us where he got the nickname from. Some Wanky player who used to be called Skeva, and he got nicknamed Skeva as well. We're just gonna go for a break. When we come back, we carry on with Godfrey Paradza.
Zaganaka, Aywa, Zaganagana, Aywa, so we know, so let us send him. Aywa, Jaruga, Abumira Besu, Mira Bandore, to Mira Bagao, Mira Bandore, to Mira Bagao, Zaganaka, Aywa. Zaganagana, Aywa, Ndagakara Ndogut, Awujamirawe, Abajina Jinogunet, Anababa Wariket, Bajina Jinogumut, Anababa Wariket, Zaganaka, Aywa, Zaganagana, Aywa, so we know, so let us send him. Abumira Besu, Mira Bandore, to Mira Bagao, Mira Bandore, to Mira Bagao, Zaganaka, Aywa, Zaganagana.
Welcome back, In Touch with the Legend. Yes, before we get into the second segment, just want to remind you to go to our Facebook page, Zim SoccerNet, like the page. You also go to our YouTube channel, like the channel, and subscribe to the channel so that we can always communicate with you when we have different features. Yes, we've got a lot of football information, football content that we put on those social media platforms. So we want to interact with you. We want to give you a lot more. So just like the page, like the YouTube channel, and also subscribe to the channel. And also please subscribe to Nyarazo Group. They are the parent company of Nyarazo Funeral Services and Seal. Sawira Events and Lifestyle. Sawira Events and Lifestyle. So they do events for you. If you want to just hire the equipment for your events, you actually go to Seal. They do tents, pots, tables, chairs, bathrooms, toilets, bins, everything that you can actually think of that is needed for events. You go to Nyarazo, they can sort you out. But here we are talking about Liverpool and Godfrey Paradza. So you went back, now you are now playing as the curtain raisers. You used because Kasuka Binutambo towards the end of the season. Yes. Yeah. So you definitely got promoted into the under 18s as well.
Yes. But I never played for the under 18s. Now that is when a war erupted. After footballing war between Zimbabwe Saints and Highlanders.
Yeah, what happened?
Now Zimbabwe Saints by then had been taken over by former players. Gibson Omela was the chairman, Max Chuma, team manager, and Sugar Mguyu was the coach. Now Sugar had seen my development from the juniors. Saints senior players used to come and watch our training, and they used to recommend players to be promoted. So they approached me. That was off season. They said, "No, you've got to come back."
Yeah, you are saying.
Yes, come back where? I said, "No, I'm enjoying my football at Highlanders." They said, "No, it's high time you played in the first team." mark my words, I'm definitely going to give you a chance. You've got to prove yourself. It's not going to be automatic, but I want to give you a chance. That was Sugar Muguyo. I want to give you a chance in the first team. You know, I went to school. We had very good teachers. The headmaster there, Mr. Dube, Kanda Dube, the deputy.
Yeah, we skipped that part. I wanted to hear the primary school part.
Okay.
Maybe we can start from there quickly.
Okay. All right.
Which primary school did you? Don't tell me you went to Lodge.
No.
Did you?
A lot of people will be
Because
surprised.
a lot of people went there.
A lot of people will be surprised that I started my grade 1 in Harare.
Really?
Kwinyai Primary School in Mbare with the likes of Jonathan Sanangura.
What were you doing in Bari?
I used to stay with my maternal aunt.
Oh, yeah.
You know, my mom, you know, my elder brother was born 64. I was born 65. My younger brother 66. It was
you kidding? Three of you?
It was Goremwana.
That was hectic.
Yes. So my aunt said, no, we cannot be punishing our young sister. So I was taken by my aunt.
They plugged out the middle one.
Yes.
So that they gave him
They
chance.
took me to Harare. My elder brother was taken to Guero.
Oh, okay.
Right? So I did my grade 1 at Kwinyai Primary School in Mbare, and there I met Jonathan Sananguro, and up to today we are the best of friends.
Now,
yes.
Nice.
Grade 1 to grade 4.
You also worked together?
Yes, at Zesa.
At Zesa, yes, I remember, yeah.
Grade 1 to grade 4, I was at Kwinyai Primary School. Then, you know, the families, with the council laws, the more you were, you got a bigger house.
Yeah.
So we got a bigger house in Mbare National. And now I used to cycle to Kwinyai Primary, until my aunt said, no, it's dangerous for you to be cycling. You'd rather change schools. This is when I went to Narira Primary School.
Oh, yeah.
Narira Primary School, I did grade 5. Yeah, no, I transferred during the term for grade 4 and grade 5. I went to Narira. That's where I met Fanuera Ribeto,
Fancho,
Stanley Mashesha.
Yeah.
No.
But it was like Makokoba.
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
now, we had this team at Narira. Oh, wow, it was a good sight. Epeti Mkohiwa, you know, Majengwa. Yes. We were in the same class.
Wow.
Yeah. So I played there until I was involved in an accident, you know, a naughty accident as kids growing. We used to have a neighbor who was a bus driver. So when he was going out, he would come home, get his stuff, you know, since he was going to go out. Now, we used to compete to get onto the carrier there, you know, and when it was taking off. So that day I won the race. Boom, I got onto the carrier. We changed the drive, you know, near at Benny, that's where we used to stay. Now, I got onto the bus there, and I don't know what happened, and the bus all of a sudden, it's in high speed. And I was like saying, no, this bus is taking me to Mbare. Msika, what's going to happen? You know, as a child growing up, I was naive. I should have only realized that there's going to be a giveaway at the end. This bus is going to slow down.
Slow down, then I can...
Right, that is towards George Stack, the high school. Now, because I panicked, I let go. Oh my God, you know, that pressure pulled me off as I followed the bus. But what I still remember is, you know, then we used to have these bins lined up in the streets. I avoided this. I managed to dodge this bin, right? After dodging the bin, I came back into the tar. I fell. This is where I got this. And all this stuff here. It was really bad injuries. Now, what does my aunt do? She phones the young sister. Then there was a bus accident in Chitumbis. I know this bees thing. Have you heard about it? Bazi, Pakapinda, Nyuchi, and stuff.
I never heard
it
about
was a really bad accident.
I never heard about it.
Now,
ask about it.
Yes, my aunt, because she didn't want to be seen as if she's
negligent.
Negligent, yes. She
Yeah.
says, no, Godfrey was on that bus. You know, people died on that bus.
Yeah.
Now, Mem came over to Harare, and being a kid, I used to be an honest young man, and, you know, it didn't augur down well with me that auntie's
He's
not
lying.
telling Mom the truth.
Yeah.
I know I messed up. I should take responsibility
Yeah.
for that, not her or anything else. Now, when she gave us a chance, I told Mom the truth. No, this is what happened. And my mom was really bitter with that. Now, what did my mom do? End of the year, when I was in grade 5, he sent my brother, he came over when schools were closing, he came to school, got a transfer without even telling my aunt.
Yeah, I'm taking you back to Bulawayo.
Back to Bulawayo, and this is how I came back
You
to
came back to
Bulawayo.
Bulawayo?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Then I went to Lobengula Primary School. That's a school between Mziligazi and Makokoba.
And Makokoba,
right.
yeah.
And there I met with Savimbi, Tumsani Nyoni.
Yes.
And for your own information, we used to be strikers, the two of us.
Now, primary school.
Primary school.
Yeah, okay.
That's primary school.
Yeah,
I met,
that's why you could dribble.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I met Tumisani, was a left winger. I would be a right winger or a central striker. Because of the speed that I had, I used to outsprint a lot of guys and just had the keeper to beat.
Yeah.
Now, we used to change. Player of the season, it would be Tumisani Nyoni, it would be Godfrey.
Paradza, yeah.
That is how we grew up then. And we had quite a number also. I've forgotten some of the guys. It was a good side. And we used to have what was called five-a-side. Five-a-side tournaments used to be played at Baba Field's B Arena. We used to win this trophy all the time. And, you know, as I grew up and started understanding football, I thought we were well developed, you know, via those type of games. But now I was like saying, but those guys were punishing us. You can imagine the 100 meters and you're only 5. Maybe we needed to do it better on a smaller pitch. But we were okay with that.
But we were fit.
We were fit.
We used to do those 5-a-side matches. We would play the full
You can
pitch.
say that again.
5 versus 5.
Yes. So it was like when you hit a corner, it was 1 point. So when you scored a goal, it was 3 points. We used to win this with Tumisani, and you know, now that is when we started playing for these youth teams and stuff from Lobengula Primary. You go to these youth.
So what made you go to Sobukazi, not Mzilikazi?
Now, after that, what happened, when I went to Mzilikazi, by then it wasn't as popular as it is now, soccer-wise, right?
All right, yeah.
And when I went there, when I got my results, grade 7 results, we were on our own at home, right? So when when my parents came now, we were looking for slots for yes. So naturally it was Mzilikazi, it was nearer. So when we went there, it was full. I couldn't get a place. Then guys like Bonetsai got, I had no choice. Second choice was Sobukazi. Then I was nearer to St. Columbus, but St. Columbus was still a primary school then, before it was converted to a secondary. This is how I got to Sobukazi.
I actually thought you chose Sobukazi because it was a football hub.
I went to look for a place a bit late, and then it was fully.
But I heard you formed a very strong side at Sobukazi.
Yes, we did, and we had. This is how I went to Sobukazi. Sobukazi was an F2 then, right? What was called F2, right? This is an education where you had these hands-on things, where you had woodwork, where you had metalwork, and stuff. Now, that year was the year Sobukazi was converted into an F1. So we, the Form 1s, we wrote exams because they only needed 2 classes for the F1. It was a trial thing where the syllabus was like for Mzilikazi.
From Mzilikazi, yes.
Now, 80 of us were chosen from the list. You know, we became 1A2 and 1A1.
1A1,
right?
yeah.
So we stopped doing metalwork. We stopped doing woodwork.
Now doing all these
exactly.
subjects,
Yes. Second term we started F1 education. Right, my football career blossomed then because there was this, and these guys were pro Highlanders, to be honest. So because there was pro Highlanders, it was even the uniform. We used to put on a black and white striped uniform, just like the first team. So we played there, and that's the time. That's the Liverpool time.
Yeah, that's the Liverpool time.
That's the
yes,
Liverpool time that I was at Sobugazi. So we'd meet Sobugazi and Mziligazi, you know, school games. Mziligazi versus Sobugazi. Oh my God, it was made up of Liverpool players.
Zimbabwe Saints versus Highlanders, my juniors.
Sort of.
Sobugazi versus Mziligazi.
And now it was half Liverpool at Mziligazi, half Liverpool at Sobugazi. And you know, we used to have Ndumiso Kumete. Ndumiso Kumete was Mziligazi, and he would be the referee. And one game there at Baba Fields, Kumete was something else. But he couldn't stop us from beating his school until he agreed. He said, I tried to favor, but no, there's no way I can. We used to hammer Mziligazi. Our age group never lost to Mziligazi. That was well before the Peters and stuff. The Netsais, they knew Sobugazi would. Now,
so that part now, where Zimbabwe Saints came now.
Now I've played for the under 16s, the Liverpool, the Saints guys came. They said they wanted me in the first team, and I knew they meant it because a lot of my friends, then the ones that I played with,
the ones
they were now in the first team.
First team,
people like Sheikh Inyati, people like our current TD, Chemi Hunizarira.
Oh, Chemi Hunizarira. Okay, yes.
He had been promoted to the first team, so I said, why not me? I can do it as well. So I agreed. I went to Alibaba, and Alibaba was gentleman enough. He said, if they are giving you a slot in the first team, go and play. You know, I had his blessings, and he even said, hey, but I wanted you to play for Highlanders. But if Saints are going to give you a chance, I'm going to be proud of you as my junior. And that's how we started. And in I went, started training with the first team. We used to train at Ross Camp. And my first task was to mark Peter Kaviza. Peter Kaviza was very, very good. But now I'd been moved from CB to right back.
To right back, okay.
Right. So I had to contend with people like Peter Kaviza.
It's not an easy position.
Right, yes.
Right back, left back.
Right.
Those are not easy positions because that's where Skinner.
Oh, yes. Yes, I'll come.
Speed matches.
I will come to yours as well when I was with Dynamo. I'll come to yours as well. Now, I marked Peter there at training, you know, and at one stage I got into a tackle, fair tackle then. And Peter, I think he got like a twist or something. And I was like, I've injured a key player here. And he was the first one to stand up and say, well done, young man. This is what is needed in them. I was only 17 then. And automatically I got into the first team, and I played right back. We had Joshua Tumbasha, left back. We had Gibson Omela, center half.
You were still playing?
He was still playing. Gibson Omela and Emmanuel Spanda. We used to interchange Emmanuel Spanda and Stephen Chuma. We had Max Chuma in midfield. We had Epson Mguyo up front.
You were still playing? You played with Epson Mguyo?
Yes,
wow,
Epson Mguyo and the late now Mai Maria. And Fukadengo, yes. So, you know, I was the youngest there, and, you know, I got all I needed to be courageous. You know, and, you know, playing alongside a person like Omela, one who never used to like losing, and we had a good time, and I developed, I think it was my third game we went to Harare. We played BAT Ramblers. There's this striker. He was a really, really good striker. You know, he ended up playing for Caps. Shelton.
Shelton Mangwende.
Shelton Mangwende.
Shelton
Now he
Mangwende,
was
yes,
with
Shelton
BAT
Mangwende.
Ramblers,
BAT Ramblers
that
at that time. Yeah.
Now on our way to Harare, Sugar Mkui is saying to me, Godfrey, I'm going to give you a task.
Yeah.
There's a player there, BAT Ramblers, very deadly. I want you to mark him out of the game.
Yeah.
Yes. And I was like, hey, I know this boy through the papers and stuff.
Yeah.
Will I make it?
Yeah.
Right there, BAT Ramblers versus Zimbabwe Saints Rufaro Stadium. I think it was my third game. You know, we beat Ramblers 2-1, but Shelton was a handful. But I marked Shelton out of the game. The next thing, Shelton was shifting positions, running away from me. Yeah. And then after the game, I'm seeing Gibson Omela is being called by this guy, and I'm like, who is this guy? This guy is Peter Nyama.
Okay, yes.
Peter Nyama then was the under-20 coach.
Under-20 coach,
So Peter Nyama says to Omela, I'm going to draft this boy into the under-20s. Yes.
Yeah.
So there I was.
Your
played
third game.
My third game, and I made it into the under-20s.
Wow.
Yeah.
Guys, on that point, we're just going to take another break. When we come back, we carry on from there. We want to know what happened with the national under-20 team. Yes, guys, we're just going to go for a break. When we come back, we carry on with the Godfrey Paradza Skeva. Don't move away.
Sita serious mta. Official but serious. Dairara mo irisarudu. Daidama kore mazana mana. Sawira huya timborangana. Timboronga tijinemkana.
Welcome back, In Touch with the Legend. We are in touch with Godfrey Paradza. He is narrating his football journey. Nice and easy, nice and slow, and I'm loving it. I'm loving every detail of it. So now, you're in Harare, you've been told that you're going to get into the under-20s. Mm-hmm. Wow.
And the following week, I was in the papers. We were going to play Swaziland in some tournament.
Yeah.
And what happens, we had a teacher, an Englishman, who used to teach us English. He used to read newspapers.
At school?
At school.
This time you were still at Sumkas?
Yeah, because I'm doing my O-levels.
O-level, okay, yes.
And now he's brought in a newspaper, he comes in, he throws it on the desk. He says, open the back page.
Yeah.
Opening the back page, and there's this big story.
Yeah.
Godfrey Paradza called up to the under-20s, and
wow.
You know, it was kids in class there, and yeah. Now, some teachers were like saying, no, you can't go. This is your final year here. You're writing a course now. You start look for your science. Guess what? They contacted Jumbo. Nelson Chirwa. This school was very supportive. Now they said, we've seen that our student here has been called up to the youth, and we are having our mid-year exams, and maybe is there anything that you can do to assist the boy? Peter Nyama came in, he says, no problem. He cannot come to camp. Let him school first, then he comes to football. If I tell you, because I never used to train with the under-20s most of the time. If camping began on Monday, I would go maybe on Thursday or Friday. You have 1 session, 2 sessions, and I'm in the team. Wow. You know, at school, they used to give me work to do, and my monitor was Peter Nyama. He made sure in camp.
When you arrived,
he made sure I would do my school first, even without going to training. He would say, "What is it that you have to do now?" I'll tell him. He says, "Do you think you can finish? Don't wake up early. Take your time. Don't worry about the games. I know what you can do." So
who were some of the players?
Right. We had Jafet Paradza.
Wow.
We had Lucky Dube.
Those were the two.
Those were the two goalkeepers.
Wait a minute, you were in that team. I think yellow so and black shorts.
Yes.
That team was strong.
Yes. We had Jafet and Lucky. I was the right back. We had a boy by the name Clever Makanya from Tare. Wow, what a left foot he had.
Is it?
What a left foot, yeah.
To watch that one,
Clever Makanya. We had Daraben. Benedict Moyo. Used to play CB with Sebastian Chikwature.
Yeah.
We had Moses Chasweka. We had Sheki Nyati. We had Boy Ndlovu. We had Matinda Ndlovu. We had Jimmy Mbewe. We had Machona Sbanda.
Wasn't Senior in this team?
No, Senior was now in the
senior team.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
We became the second team after the one formed at Independence, the one that had Dana Senior and stuff.
Yes, that one. Yeah.
The 80.
Or you were the second one.
Second one. We had Dana Senior was the 80-81.
Okay,
Ours was the 82.
Okay, well, yeah. Now I get it.
Then we had Maronga.
Yes.
We had Felix Ntutu from Bulawayo.
From Eagles.
From Eagles, yes. Yeah. So he knocked out the boy from Tare, Clever Makanya. So Felix Ntutu used to play was now playing left back. So we went to Swaziland. We hammered Swaziland 5-0. And second leg, they didn't turn up. The match was...
They didn't come?
They didn't come, yeah. That is the time they lost the King Sobuza.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's the time that they lost King Sobuza. So we went through and we met Nigeria. Now what happens? We go to Nigeria and what a match. And if I still remember, it was this striker. What's the striker? The number 9.
Which one? This
the tall one.
Yekini. Yeah, Rashid Yekini. You were still in the under 20s.
We played him in the under 20s.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Strong man,
yes, that's the one player that I remember.
Yeah.
Rashid, we played him in the under 20s. The rest of the guys I don't. I remembered him because of the height and the way he played. You know, they beat us 3-1. Now, Jafet had, he became man of the match. Despite
losing 3-1,
despite making 2 blunders. Jafet was good. He never, this ball, when we were 2-1 down, we had an upper hand. We were like, now
you thought you were going to get another one.
Now this ball is going out. It was a shot, but it's going out because it's Jafet. Jafet. He went for it. Yeah, he went for it. He got it, but unfortunately, he lost grip.
It went out.
The ball came in. Rashid just came in and 3-1. We lost. Now, I'm sorry, what I'm going to say is something which started a lot of bad things for our football. Now we are there on the plane. In fact, let me start from the beginning. When we were going to Nigeria, we were offered a free ride to Nigeria by His Excellency.
Free ride?
Free ride.
What do you mean?
He was going to, he offered a free ride to Zifa. Like don't go commercial. Come
because I'm going that way.
President's plane. He was going to Ghana.
Okay,
right?
Yeah.
So we got a free ride.
Or then drop you guys first?
No.
Or drop the president first?
No, what happened, we went to Ghana. And when we got to Ghana, we got onto a Dakota. We crossed over to Nigeria.
To Nigeria.
Right.
Or the plane stayed with the president.
The plane stayed with the president. Now we played that game, we lost 3-1. And coming back again, it was the same route.
You're supposed to take that Dakota?
Got back onto the Dakota.
To Ghana?
To Ghana.
Okay, yes, yes.
We're coming back now with the president. Now, the president is...
He was still the prime minister.
82, was it?
Yeah, I
yeah,
think so,
yeah.
He was still
Now,
the prime minister then.
I was sitting with Peter Nyam.
Yeah.
Peter Nyam, I really liked me,
Yeah,
and he
yeah.
would say Mfana Wichkoro and stuff. So I was with him there on the plane. In comes Bob, he's greeting everyone, you know. Then he comes to Peter Nyama, he says, what happened? I heard that you lost 3-1. And Peter Nyama is like,
Were you not scared of the prime minister that time?
We were.
He was larger than life.
Yes,
that time, those days, he was like larger than life.
He was. So he comes there, he greets us. He was going seat by seat, talking to everyone. So when he gets to Peter Nyama, he says, Coach, Team Yachki was saying, I heard you lost 3-1. Peter Nyama says, Bagawatisra Vanu Wakuru, you know. And then Mkabe went, Koisusa Tina Ere Vanu Wakuru. We cannot be losing like that because you know what happened? Return leg, we called in Charles Shirwa.
Yeah.
We called in, I'm telling you, Charles Shirwa and Ernest Makosa. They were still with Rio Tinto then.
Yes.
We're like saying, what's happening? Now, Peter Yama says, aren't you heard what the Prime Minister said?
What the Prime Minister said?
So this is what we're going to do because those guys, we were surprised because now we're not...
Oh, this is like the beginning of age cheating.
Yes.
Sure.
Now there you are.
Yes.
It's coming from the...
It's coming from the high office.
Prime Minister. Now in comes Charles Chirwa and Ernest Makosa.
Yes.
And now it's like, this is how we started, you know, having our junior teams playing in Bulawayo.
Okay, yeah.
Now in Bulawayo it was me, it was Sheki, it was Boy, it was Matinda, it was Felix, it was...
Lucky Dube was still in Bulawayo.
Was still in Bulawayo. I think we were about 7 of us. And 5 of us would make the first 11. Now they were like saying, Arofaro, we don't have this support for juniors.
For juniors,
yes.
yeah, for juniors.
Why don't we try Bulawayo? So the second leg, the return match was fixed for Baba Fields. Now we're staying at Holiday Inn. In comes Chirwa and good place then. Right, we had Ashton Nyazika, you remember, as an assistant. We had Love Monyabez.
Yeah.
Now, they said, Wafana, you know, hebede, you know, that their talk, we've got to win this game. So we're going to go somewhere like where?
Yeah.
Now, the two of them, we're staying there by the foyer. There's like, we're going to go to see one old man in Tabazinduna. Oh, okay. Now when they came back, again they're calling the Bulawayo guys. Matinda mfana wami katazile, are going to get us a goal, you are going to beat these Nigerians. Now they're like giving us feedback. From where they'd gone from the Tabazinduna. Said, tomorrow we're going to have rains just before the match. Serious. You've got to have good boots and the boots with good grip and stuff, because we're going to have rains before the game. It's like we never believed that. Alois, you know, this happened just before, you know, after the introductions. Right after the national anthem, the dignitaries are walking out of the pitch. It started raining. It started raining. We just said, these coaches told us about the rains before the game. It happened. You know, I was like, you know, we're still there by the lineup there. It's raining, and it only rained for a few minutes. Boom, the rains went away. Game started. What a match. PF was filled to the rafters. Baba Fields was filled to the rafters. We beat Nigeria 1-0, but you know, because of the away goal rule.
Yeah,
people
we lost 3-1.
Yeah, people then didn't understand. So they thought maybe our goal in Nigeria counted double.
Double.
So this was like a 3-3 match.
3-3. Oh,
you see now.
People
So the
didn't
people
understand
they
the
didn't
away
understand
goal
the away
rule.
goal rule.
Yes.
So they were there still waiting for an extra time or something.
Yeah,
until they saw out, walking out, and then an announcement was done on the mics that is game over.
We've lost 3-2.
We've lost 3-2. And what a match, and what a chance Matinda had towards the end to put us 2-0 up.
That could have made that goal count.
We have always spoken about it with Matinda.
Yes,
what happened there, Katasi? That simple tap in, I don't know how Matinda, that is how he was. He was this stylish and stuff.
Yeah.
So he was like stylish way, he put his hand there. You know that ball
hit his hand.
Instead of going into the nest, we lost that match that way. And what a game we had. And tell you what, we had Shepherd Mrape there. Shepherd Mrape would come and watch all the under 20.
Oh, he was the senior team coach.
He was the senior team coach with John Rack and stuff. Now he says, I want this defender in the senior team.
In the senior team.
Just like that, I'm like, my rise is so rapid. Now that was end of the year. That was our match was played in November. This is why at times I say, yeah, because it was November. Maybe that is why it rained.
Oh yeah,
But honestly,
it was summer.
Honestly, the way it was put, it was like just before the match, it's going to rain. We'll get rains, and we did get the rains. Now, following season now in '83, we're playing Rio Tinto in one semi-final, Papa Field Stadium. John Rack was the Rio Tinto coach then. We gave Rio Tinto a hard time, and they used to have Robert Kodoka. They used to have
Joseph Zulu on the side.
Oh my goodness! And I was with Robert Kodoka.
Oh my God! You were in trouble.
I was in trouble. I have a grass pen. Where is it? If it's not this side.
Grass pen?
Yeah.
What was like in Tago?
Yeah. It was but it was Robert Kodoka.
Yeah.
Now
I heard he was deadly.
He was deadly.
Yeah.
But I restricted him in that match, and immediately after that, it was 1-1 normal time. We went to extra time. Still, it was 1-1. And then Nelson Chirwa ordered a penalty shootout. I think there was was it Chibuku? I don't remember which tournament it was. It had to be played the following weekend.
Oh, okay.
Because
so
of the fixturing and stuff. Yes. That match, the finals had to be played the following weekend.
Yeah.
So penalty shootout was ordered. We played. After we had missed 2 penalties, Rio Tinto had missed 1. You know what Shepherd now? John Rack. He started throwing oranges to his players, like the last player going to take the penalty is going to score. It was given.
It was already winning.
Yes, it was Lot Kaunda. He was a good penalty taker. Now, I was supposed to take the last one. I was going to.
But if they scored that, you were not going to take.
Now, as a youngster and still very eager, I started crying. I ran to the bench. I said, no, how could this one miss?
Yeah, because you thought it was done. I'm not going to take mine. Yeah.
Anyway, this coach is Tendaichi
but the coward one would be like, I hope he scores so that I don't go and take.
I'm like saying, if Lot Kaunda scores, and we knew him for scoring penalties. Now, one Tendaichi says, come on, go back onto the field. You are going to take your penalty. What happened? Lot Kaunda, he hits the bar. And I'm by the bench now. I'm like, I've given up. There it is.
We are back in.
Yeah, we are back in.
But you had to score.
I had to score. To be
to equalize.
3-3?
Yes.
I took it in.
Yeah.
3-3. Now, what happens now, it was getting dark. Now a replay was ordered.
Now we replay now. After penalty shootout. It was weird.
It was very. The replay was ordered. We had to play Rio Tinto. We had to meet Rio Tinto in Gweru. We played in Ascot. Unfortunately, we lost 2-1 with Shuga Mkuyo scoring the sole.
Did you play in the midweek?
Midweek. It was midweek.
The replay. So
yes, it was a Wednesday. I remember. So we lost the game 2-1, and Rio Tinto progressed to the finals. And they lost, should be to Caps.
Yeah.
And we were like saying we never used to lose to Caps.
Yeah.
They're giving us the chance to play that final.
We could have won.
Yeah. And then those are the 2 games that got me into the senior team. John Rugg was like saying,
John Rugg, then I want that one.
The national team coach. Then he says, no, this boy.
Exactly.
I want him in the senior team.
Skip. We've run out of time. We don't have time. We will have to reschedule.
All right.
And carry on.
Okay.
On another day.
That's fine.
And continue with this story because I'm loving it. But for today, we're done.
Thank you so much.
Let's meet again.
Thank you so much.
To continue.
No, it's fine. You still have a lot to tell you about.
Exactly. Guys, Mangona time is here. So let's connect again next week when we carry on talking to Godfrey Paradza. I think next week to Peds. And guys, like I said, this is In Touch with a Legend. We were in touch with Godfrey Paradza. Let's meet again next week when we continue with Godfrey Paradza as he narrates his football story. My name is Alois Bunjira, and Nyara's group powering this show. Cheers, guys. Next week.